And I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. This is episode 52. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share this video. Check the description down below where you can see the links for my Instagram and my TikTok, where y'all could go see the clips of each and every episode. Before I get into this video, make sure you tune into last video where I talked about the Drake tour, the It's All a Blur tour. It seems like you guys like that video because I got a good amount of views, at least to what I usually get. So definitely tune into that. Tune into that episode. As you can see by the title, this episode is about the upcoming Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. Before I even get into the episode and talk about it, this was an episode that I was gonna hold back for a minute just because it's less than a month away. But I was thinking about talking about it a bit more when it got closer to the date. But it was more so I didn't mind to give like an early prediction about it. So I'm gonna decide to talk about it now. And maybe I could probably retouch on a topic when the time gets closer and stuff. Because I feel like it'll be better to talk about it again, especially with probably like somebody else to get their opinion on it. Alright, so for those who don't know, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia will be fighting April 22nd, 2023, which is literally less than a month away from today's recording. I feel like everybody knows this, or at least those who are tuned in, to boxing and to the fighting side of this sports. Honestly, before I get into these two individuals and speak on them, and their like history and stuff, I'm excited for this fight. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest boxing fan, but I feel like everybody likes a good fight, and I've seen a lot of fights throughout the years with Mayweather, Canelo, and a bunch of other fighters. So I feel like for us guys, I feel like this is a fight that we all want to see because of how good of boxers that they are, and just the back and forth talking. And I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, this is a fight that people have been waiting for over 2 years. So the fact that it's finally happening is something that everybody's looking forward to. Alright, to give you some insight on Gervonta Davis, personally, somebody who I normally go for when he fights somebody else, just because of how good and talented he is. He is undefeated, 28-0, with a total of 26 knockout wins. And he has 5 titles. So I feel like that speaks for itself. He's not the tallest boxer ever, but he definitely he got some pack to his punch. Like he could hit hard. Like I feel like everybody done seen a highlight or two of Gervonta on Instagram or whatever social media platform you follow, just because of how big his fights get. You got Ryan Garcia, who is currently 23-0, and he has a total of 19 knockout wins. So both these guys could, for me, they could knock somebody out. Like, they definitely talented. But I feel like people like to make fun of Ryan Garcia just because quote unquote he's like what's the word to it? He's not a real fighter just because of the following that he has on social media. So and another reason why I decided to touch on this topic is because they've both been asked about the fight and their thoughts like recently a lot in different platforms, different podcasts, different interviews, and of course they're both confident in themselves. But I feel like Ryan Garcia is definitely the one who's willing to talk about it more, just because he really wants to prove a point and show those who are going against him the day of the fight that that he could actually take on with Gervonta and stuff like that. And a lot of people like to say he only has a left hook and stuff like that. I mean, I don't religiously watch him a lot, but I would say that his left hook is his go-to move. So he might be working on some probably a right hook or whatever the case may be to catch Gervonta by surprise the day of the fight. Alright, so Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia definitely has his advantages. So does Gervonta. I mean, Ryan Garcia is taller. I feel like of course, as he's taller, he's more lengthier, so he could probably, not have to get up too close to hit Gervonta. And then on the other hand, Gervonta, he could take hits. I feel like he's patient. He waits to the right time to, you know, hit his opponent. Wherever it is, and yeah, I mean honestly, all I'm saying is I'm not promoting this fight, but whoever likes a good fight, definitely April 22nd, go and um watch the fight. I feel like it's and honestly, me personally, if I was to bet in the previous fights where Gervonta fought, um, I would definitely would have won money because I got he won, but not only that, like I got the round where he won correct for the past 2-3 fights, so it's like I'll definitely tune in when it comes to Gervonta. And honestly, I never really seen Ryan like that, so I would definitely like to see Ryan. I have friends who are Ryan Garcia fans. I have friends, who um, like Gervonta. So, it's always it's gonna be two sides the day of. It's not like everybody's going for one guy. Now, to answer the question that you guys probably want me to answer from the beginning of the video, who do I have in a fight? It's tough though. It's tough because I know I kind of never really have an answer when it comes to these things when I come up on a podcast. But what I will say is that I've always went for Gervonta Davis or Tank Davis, whatever you guys call him. So it's like it's hard to not go for him this time just because of you know the confidence that he has. I mean, the talent. Just his record speaks for itself. So it's hard not to go for him. And with that, what I'm trying to say with that is that at the same time, I feel like Ryan Garcia may catch a lot of people by surprise. I feel like they're both training for this fight super, 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 you know, like they're training a lot. But I feel like Ryan Garcia is taking it a bit more. I mean, I think he was talking to Mike Tyson not too long ago, and just, everybody know who's Mike Tyson. If you don't know who Mike Tyson is, definitely go do your research. But he was talking to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson actually got convinced that he's definitely gonna give Gervonta a challenge, and I mean that says a lot for itself because everybody thinks that Gervonta is gonna take him easily. So I mean I don't know. I just really mess with the faith that Ryan Garcia has. He's confident in himself. You could tell that he's and he's younger too. So and they both got good backgrounds. I mean Gervonta was with, or if I'm not mistaken, is still tied with Mayweather, and Ryan Garcia, he used to be with Canelo's camp. So, like I said, I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but this is definitely a fight that I'm looking forward to. If I had to put my money on somebody, I'll go Gervonta, but all I'm gonna say is don't be surprised if Ryan wins. And I really don't want to do this two-side thing, but like I just feel like because Ryan has a bigger point to prove. All I'm saying is if Ryan wins and Gervonta loses, it's gonna be a bigger shocker than Gervonta winning and Ryan losing. Because I feel like everybody's, like I said, more on one side than the other. And all I know is that fight is gonna be packed. It's probably gonna be the bunch of celebrities, and I just hope that boxing finds a way to have more fights like these where it's fighters that everybody wants to see, good matchups. Oh, and another, just a little bit more insight, that fight will be in Las Vegas, so I feel like that's where every big fight it's been so much fights that's happened there, so it makes sense to have it in Vegas. And like I said, it's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of people reacting to it. It's gonna be a lot of money being bet. I'm not gonna bet on it, but I'm definitely gonna tune in. And yeah, I mean, like I said once again, I hope whoever likes a good fight or whoever's I don't really gotta tell the boxing fans because y'all gonna tune in either way. But let me know in the comments down below who y'all think will win, who y'all got, and why. Oh, and by the way, I don't know who need to hear this, but Pink Starburst, the best Starburst. That's really it for this episode. It's your boy Ssalcita. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share. Check the description down below. Like I said, it has the link for my Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you guys subscribe. Keep tuning into the last episode, the episode before that, the one before that, the one before that, the one before that. And just make sure you keep showing love. Support is free. It's your boy Ssalcita, and I'm out.